So, guys, ladies and gents, and people who subscribe to neither, welcome to the episode you've been waiting for. This new episode of Ramblings of an Extra. And today we'll be talking about a dear friend of mine. But first, let's cover some housekeeping, okay? Housekeeping. Omar, you wanna tell them what's up? So I fudged today. It was a great day. I went to the gym. I did my little Stairmaster. I've been trying to be more conscientious of my diet. It's great. It's awesome. I feel more energetic and better. Right. Through all of that, I cooked a little chicken and salad I'm going to eat after class. See what I said there? Class. I have class in like 20 to 30 minutes. And I'm trying to film an episode. So what's going to happen is there's going to be a little gap in between what I say and the rest of this episode, but it'll be fine. You won't even notice. My editor will notice though. But she loves me. Secondly, I saw that teaser from Moana. I only have one note. I only have really one note. Why? Why? And it's not exactly that I'm against remakes being done. Okay, like I may have said that I was against it in the past, but this is my opinion from today. This is my opinion from today, November 17th, that I am filming, right? I am not against remakes. I'm really not. But I just feel like Moana came out like, actually, let me look it up. I'm going to look it up, guys. I'm going to be an informed critic. Critic. I'm going to be an informed critic, and I'm going to look it up. 2016, like I guessed. Honestly, I guessed it correct. 2016 is when the first Moana came out. And now, next year, 2026, the live action is about to come out. Now, why is that a problem for me? It's a problem for me because there's nothing to add to the story. And yes, I never want to judge a movie or a show before it comes out, but it's just like, look, I think Maleficent was good because we had enough time in between the first Sleeping Beauty that came out decades before the first Maleficent movie came out. And I think that's why Maleficent was so good, because the writers behind it could see, like cracks in the story and what could have been better for the story. Moana came out in 2015. Well, no, 16. Okay. So it would have been only 10 years between the release of the animated one and the release of the live action. And it's just like that was definitely a decision. That was definitely a choice. But today's episode is not about that. I just wanted to give my opinion because the teaser just came out and I saw it and I was just like, literally majority of this is animated or CGI anyway. and I mean, Dwayne Johnson is still playing Maui, so it's like, is there really a point to this? Is it really, adding more to the story? We'll see. I know I'm not going to go to theaters and pay for it. If I do end up going to theaters to pay for it, I must have a good reason. But at this moment, I don't think I would go to theaters to pay for it. I mean, streaming is there, and it'll probably be less than going to the theaters in a whole. But today we have a very strange guest. She knows who she is. So let's begin the intro. Let's play the intro. If I only could, I'd play that intro. Before this gets really awkward, be running up that hill, be running up that road with no problems. Okay, please roll the intro. Thank you. Welcome. Welcome to Ramblings of an Extra with yours truly, Nyah. Thank you. Thank you. I know, like, my presence is just like a gift to all. Yes, yes. But today we have a very esteemed guest. She creeped her way into my life. Okay, honestly, I never thought that I'd be sitting here in my own room talking about her. I just never thought that I would be sitting in my own room talking about her and actually like her. But we'll get into that. So yeah, let me introduce our guest. Stranger Things. How are you doing, Stranger Things? Very interesting, very interesting. Yes, yes. You're dominating them charts, aren't you? Yes, yes, yes. We'll get into it. So today we're going to be talking about the Stranger Things, the Netflix series that has been dominating Netflix pretty much for the last 10 years. For the last 9 to 10 years. Okay, she has made herself the center of attention, of everyone's attention at the same time. It's honestly very, very impressive. And we love her for it. She is the Stranger Things. Okay? All right. So yeah, we'll begin. Today I'm gonna give you a little backstory about me and Stranger Things history, okay? So me and Stranger Things, we came off a rocky start, okay? She didn't like me, I didn't like her. I know, shocking, surprising, right? Okay, I understand. I'm sitting here with a shirt that says Stranger Things as I have a whole episode about her. I know. 2016. This is little Nyah, younger Nyah, past Nyah, in high school. And she this was pre-COVID. I know, shocking, scary, terrifying. But she was in Catholic school. You guys know, I'm a Catholic school student. Anyway, she's in Catholic high school. And everyone is talking about 2 distinct shows. 2 shows are running. From what I remember, 2 shows were like the pinnacle, right? It was between Wait a minute. I think my brain's playing some tricks on me because I was about to say it was Stranger Things and Riverdale that was like dominating. It was like dominating everyone's thought process. But now I'm overthinking. Now I'm like, wait a minute, was that high school or middle school? It was probably both. Anyway, it was Catholic either way, so nothing really changed. But anyway, those were like dominating everyone my age. Why are you guys watching things if you're in middle school or at least freshman in high school? I don't know. But technically, I guess it is PG-13. But still, that's besides the point. Yeah, so it was like the talk of the town. Everyone loved them some Stranger Things. Everyone loved them some Riverdale. Thank God this episode is not about Riverdale because I hate Riverdale. I used to like her, but that's another story for another day. Anyway, back to our guest. Yes. So me and her didn't really like each other, and you may be asking, Nyah, how did you end up watching the show? How do I end up watching things that I don't particularly like or turn me on in the first place? It's my mom. It's always my mom. Blame my mom. Blame her. Okay, blame her or blame your mom. Actually, don't blame your mom. It's not her fault. And she brought you into this world through months and months of making you and then hours upon hours of pushing you out. Okay, so on average, hours and hours of pushing you out. Anyway, don't blame it on your mom, blame it on my mom, because she heard about Stranger Things from her coworkers and she was just like, Nyah, we should go watch on our Netflix. That we just got Netflix at the time. We should just go watch it on our Netflix TV. And I was just like, mother, I don't want to go. Wait. Okay. Weird text message. I don't want to I don't want to see that show. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. Everyone's talking about it. Everyone says it's mainly about boys and like boring, like not this time. What is, where does that show take place? Like what? I mean I pulled up the synopsis for a reason. But yeah, it doesn't take place now. They don't even have phones or the internet or anything. 1980s, right? They don't even have phones or the internet or anything. Like, what's the point of watching that show? Right, Omar? Right, Omar. So, but my mom eventually talked me into it, and we binged the entire first season. And from there on in, I became a fan. I didn't mean to. It's just sometimes these shows just like drag me in. They just drag me in without my consent, and it just becomes really toxic, and it is and it becomes like really toxic, and I can't get out. It's kind of like my relationship with 911. I just keep free falling back into the show. I haven't watched a show in weeks. I probably won't go back to it for a while, but she got me. She got me in her hooks. She got me. And that's what Stranger Things did to me. So let's go down the plot of these said Stranger Things. Stranger Things is about a group of friends in the 1980s. Hawkins, Indiana. Because, of course, everything is happening in Indiana. Thank God they leave us New Yorkers alone. Anyway, who stumble in on not governmental. Yeah. Supernatural forces and government experiments, government experiments, that rhyme with the name 11. That was a joke. Anyway, after one of their friends, Will Byers, disappears mysteriously. Wait, let me do the whole shock face. Right, okay. So that's where at least the first season takes place. This show has been on since 2016. Okay, next year it will be 10 years since the pilot of this show. Yes. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and soon, hopefully, I think a day after this episode premieres, we will have the part 1 of season 5. Yes. Now, today's episode, you may be wondering, what is exactly today's episode going to be about? And I will tell you. I'm going to give you a whole itinerary of the events. Okay, let me bring up hopefully my editor will bring up the itinerary for our journey today. Okay, today we will be reviewing the seasons of Stranger Things. Yes, from season 1 to season 4, because I can't rank season 4 yet. Anyway, with which pretty much just like going over what I thought of each season, and how much I love this show, and how people were wrong when they said the show should have just ended at season 1. Yeah, y'all were just like all over season 4, like saying, oh my God, Stranger Things is back. Bitch, I've been here the whole time. Where have you been? Season 1, see, you know, those season 1 truthers who say, oh yeah, the show should have ended after season 1. I'm on your ass. When you say that season 5, I'm putting it out in the universe. When you say that season 5 is one of the best seasons of Stranger Things, I will be in your walls to remind you that you said that Stranger Things should have ended at season 1. I will be in your walls, Anthony. Yeah, you, Anthony. I'm going to be in your goddamn walls. Deal with it. You see me? I see you. Okay. Okay, so let's begin. Now, I'm going to set the scene because I have spent weeks rewatching Stranger Things, not in a way that I've ever watched it before. No, I was watching it as a film analysis. I was watching it as a person who has gone to film school. Hey, film school. For almost 4 years now. I was watching it as the director, writer, and producer that I am. I was about to say that I will become. No, I am a writer, director, and producer. AKA, I'm better than you. I'm not better than you. We all have our own journeys. But I am better than you, Kevin. I am better than you, Kevin. Did you hear me? Did you hear me? Thank you. Thank you. Okay, let's begin. Now, we're going to begin, obviously, at the beginning. Season 1 of The Stranger Things. Now, you may be asking. I have 1 page of notes for each season. So we're going to be here for a little bit. But yes, this season primarily established Hawkins and the kids, right? It was the vanishing of Will Byers. It was pretty much his season, right? His season, even though he wasn't a majority of the shots, but he was pretty much the, what do I say? Haunting the narrative, right? As his mom, Joyce Byers, tries to find him. Right. Okay. The friends are, well, besides Will, Dustin, Mike, Lucas, and it's Will too. They're the core 4, right? And then you have 11, Evan, Jane. Hey Jane. You have her as well, and she's like the experiment, right? And then you have Nancy, which is Mike's sister. I'm not. This is the only time I'm gonna do this. Okay, I'm not doing the whole. Look, if you need to watch Stranger Things, you should have been doing it for the last month. Like some people who are just better than you. Anyway. So yeah, pretty much those are the main characters. Nancy and Barb. I'm joking. Barb is not a main character. She dies like 4 episodes in. Jonathan is Will's brother. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for like main characters. Jonathan, Hopper, almost forgot. This is a very important part of the plot. Hopper, Nancy's somewhat boyfriend. I say somewhat because I have opinions about that. Steve, and yeah, I think that's the gist. That's the gist of season 1. I thought the cast was like bigger in season 1. Oh, maybe it's just my brain. Maybe it's just my brain playing tricks on me. Okay, I wrote down Jonathan used to have stuff to do in season 1. I have an opinion about Jonathan for the rest of the seasons, but when we get into like my synopsis of the show at the end, I'll get through it. Lucas used to be, well, like in my brain, like when I first watched it as a kid, I thought Lucas was an asshole, but who wouldn't? I would be acting like Lucas. He's not such an asshole. I just wish the writers would have done more to like show more of his perspective. But hey, my opinion. What else? Yeah. Yeah. Like he was like kind of an asshole. Like I said, it's just the writers needed to flesh him out more. I would have liked it if like we would have introduced his sister and his parents more into like the first season, like they eventually did. But like I just want a little bit more, of that in the first season. They were so cute and young as kids. It's just so weird because like I grew up with them, so like watching it is just like damn I'm old, but also damn that many years have passed. Fuck, like I remember being around their age and like constantly seeing them on like Jimmy Fallon, and just like being interviewed and honestly being like the center of everyone's attention, because when Stranger Things dropped, it was a freaking phenomenon. But yeah, it's crazy. Okay, yeah, I wrote that as well. This is a question that I have about season 1, looking back from season 4. What is Vecna's fascination with Will? I'm asking for a friend, but I'm also asking for myself. But I'm asking for the friend, but I'm also asking for myself because it's weird. It's weird. Okay, I watched the first 5 minutes of season 5, like everyone else did, and yes, spoilers, spoilers. I mean, this whole episode is spoilers. Anyway, if you haven't watched the clip by now, I don't know. Wait until tomorrow when the season comes out. Okay, but anyway, I was watching this thing and I was just like, can you leave him alone? Can you leave him alone? Can you leave him alone? Please, for the love of God. Please. What did this kid do to you? What did this kid do to you? It's a kid. Like, I forgot how old Vecna, Henry, one, whatever, is, like, by the first season. I need to look that up. But you're that old coming after that kid? Weird. Just saying, it's giving me the ick. Then I wrote down, Ben Schwartz. Ben Schwartz. If anyone knows Ben Schwartz, call him, tell him he needs to be in season 5. Tell him that the Duffers need to completely reshoot season 5 if he is not casted as at least being revealed as Steve Harrington's dad. We never saw Steve Harrington's dad in the show. So I'm telling you right now, if they show his dad, it better be Ben Schwartz. Ben Schwartz played a character in Parks and Rec, and everyone's been saying, oh, he needs to play Steve Harrington's dad. And they are correct. Make it happen, Duffers. You have 1 day to reshoot part of season 5 if his dad did appear and it's not Ben Schwartz. Thank you. Okay, yeah, I wrote down here that completely forgot Hopper ratted out the kids and Elle to Brenner so he can get, him and Joyce can get Will. I completely forgot about that in my rewatch. This is why rewatching is important. And it does make sense because then that causes him to want to father Jane and to help out. Well, father and help out Jane / Elle when she, how do I say it? Yeah, when she is like kind of like on the run in the woods, it makes sense. It makes sense for the progression of his character. I think that I glossed that over. But yeah, then I brought up the finale. I think finales are very important in Stranger Things. But the finale for Stranger Things, and at least in the season 1, was 3 plot lines going at the same time. Now you guys know how much I love plot lines. It was the adults plot line, which was Hopper and Joyce go off to get Will. There was the teen plot line where it was Steve, Jonathan, and Nancy draw away the Demogorgon to give Joyce and Hopper more of an opening. And then you have the kids at the school hiding out with Elle, who are eventually found by Brenner and eventually found by the Demogorgon. Yes. So that was Elle, Mike, Dustin, and Luke. Okay, the MVP for this season, I'm gonna award an MVP for every season. The MVP for this season is a tie between Joyce and 11. Yes, I know. It wasn't a fair fight, but next season you got a better chance. Now next season. Oh wait, I forgot to do my Will update. Will can't come to the phone right now. Why? Oh, cause he's in the Upside Down, kidnapped by Vecna. Yep, that was a Will recap. Okay, season 2. Ending of season 1 was pretty much them getting back Will. Ella's now on the run, back from the Upside Down, ever since you slayed that Demogorgon, right? Yeah. Okay, what else happened? Hopper is like in cahoots with the lab, and by in cahoots, I mean he is trying to make sure they don't get to Elle, trying to make sure that they don't do some shenanigans again, and almost destroy the town again. So that's great for him. So yeah, this season pretty much, I'm going to do the Will recap first because it ties into everything. Will can't come to the phone right now. Why? Oh, because he's possessed by Vecna, aka the Mind Flayer. Yeah, and he's not here right now. And he's not here right now. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, this season Will pretty much gets possessed by Vecna, aka the Mind Flayer. I don't know which one is which. We'll get into that at the end as well. So he pretty much gets possessed, and this season establishes the mind, how do I say it? The hive mind between Demodogs, because Demodogs are introduced this season. Demodogs, Demobats aren't until season 4. So it's Demodogs, Demogorgon, Mind Flayer, Will. That is the hive mind that is established in season 2. Also Tunnels, because apparently the gate didn't close in season 1 because L didn't close it, because no one's capable of doing anything without L. Apparently that gate has spread across the town, and tunnels have been made. Great, awesome. When Will came back from the Upside Down after season, at the end of season 1, he started puking out these, how do I say it? Little tiny slugs, which is theorized to turn into Dema dogs. So that's great for him. He's not having a good time. He's really not having a good time. But I pretty much said, for my notes for season 2, Kylie the Forgotten, or so we thought. Kylie is a number 8, and we don't see her. And like, to be so honest, we don't see her. We don't see her in season 3 or 4. It's just kind of like she's just like pushed to the side, and I don't know how I feel about that. Will we see her again in season 5? I think I'll know exactly how I feel about it after season 5, whether or not we see her, because everyone had their problems with that whole episode of just like Elle going to see Kylie and just having that kind of like bottle episode. I don't have a problem with it. I just think it should have been formatted differently, where like that episode should have been before the episode that came before it. If you know what I mean. Like that episode where like Elle was like with Callie and like, having her little adventures, right? That should have been before the episode that came before it. Hopefully I'm making sense. Hopefully my editor could give you some good visuals so people can understand what I'm saying. But yeah, I also wrote, Bob, may you rest in peace. May he rest in peace on his soul. He didn't do anything wrong. He was just trying to be a good boyfriend to Joyce, and she deserves that. Last season she was in the trenches, and now she's in the trenches again. The Duffers don't like the Byers. They just don't. I'm joking. They give them a good plot lines, but it's like they don't like them. They don't like them at all. They actually hate them with their whole gut. Okay. Controversial statement. In this season, one of my favorite characters, this isn't a controversial statement, but it leads up to that. In this season, one of my favorite characters were introduced, Max Mayfield. I love me some Max Mayfield. I love me some Sadie Sink. I love Sadie Sink because also she was Annie. She played, I think on Broadway as Annie. Never saw her on Broadway as Annie. Sorry, but I love Annie. So by extension, I love her even more. See how that works? But yeah, she was introduced this season, as well as Billy. Love the actor. Hate the character. Hate that man. But yeah. So she's introduced, and my controversial statement is that over Maleven, which is Mike and 11, I love me some Lumex. I love me some Lucas and Max. I love that shit. I want to embed it in my veins. Thank you. I also love Stancy. I'm sorry. Like, I used to be a Jancy, but now I'm a Stancy. I'm sorry. I think season 4 radicalized me. I think I was changed for the better. You see what I did there? You see? Okay. I'm moving on. Okay, so next statement that I wrote. The hive mind has to be one of my favorite adversaries slash enemies. It is one of my favorite. Vecna, he's still confusing me. I think it's gonna take season 5 for me to get a complete opinion on him, because I feel like there's more under the surface. I feel like the Duffers have something planned. But yes. What else? Okay. One of the most heartbreaking deaths was Bob, okay? Oh yeah, I said the last season 2 was the last season of Will's bowl cut looking good. And that is a very true statement. After that, it starts getting really, really embarrassing. The season ends with the snowball and the mind flare watching like a stalker. Very, very true statement. Past Nyah was on her shit, okay? She was right. He's weird. He's a weirdo. I mean, come on now. Finale. So the 3 plot lines of finale: Will, Nancy, Joyce, and Jonathan get the mind flare out of Will. They're like, get the fuck up out of Will. Max, Dustin, Mike, Steve, and Lucas go distract the Demodogs, right? And Dart was Dustin's project. Turns out he turned into a Demodog. I know, terrifying, scary. Elle and Hopper went to close the gate in Hawkins' lab. And then the season 2 MVP, the greatest of all time, the greatest character is Max, because she put Billy in his place, and I hate Billy. So natural progression of events. Okay, and now we go into our commercial break. I will see you guys it'll be like 2 seconds to you, but it'll be like forever for me. So let's begin.
We'll be right back to the show on Disney Channel.
Wasn't that an amazing commercial break, Omar? He thinks that was an amazing commercial break, and it was. Sponsored by our amazing editor, Mikaela. Can we give a hand to Mikaela? Okay, so we're back. Now at season 3. And I call this season, I have a nickname for this season. It is the summer season. It is the summer. Insert a song about summer from Phineas and Ferb. Yes. So yeah, it's pretty much summer, and the gang is having so much fun because the gate is now closed to their knowledge, and they're just having a time of their lives because it's summer. School's out. They're having fun. They're going to the pools. They're playing games together. You know, they're just having so much fun. They're going to the mall. The Starcourt Mall. Anyway, Steve is working in the Starcourt Mall at Scoops Ahoy, an ice cream place that I wish I could have gone to with his new best friend, Robin. Yeah. Last season, I forgot to mention one of my other most favorite characters, Erica, was finally introduced, Lucas's sister, and she is amazing and perfect. And in this season, she really gets her moment to shine in season 3, and I am so excited. I'm so excited for her and the rest of her story in season 5. But yes, in season 3, she is that girl, okay? And the gang is just really pretty much going through it. And I wrote here, the end is nigh. The kids are turning into teens. The teens are turning into adults. And the adults are turning into older versions of themselves. One thing I really love about Stranger Things is the generational pull that it has. It not only has kids but teenagers and adults. There's like so many levels of which the audience can identify with the story. I'm sorry, it's like my attention span is like split today because like I'm hearing my parents do laundry, and like it's just, and I'm right next to laundry machines. This is my life. please support this podcast so I can get my own place. Thank you. I much appreciate. But yes, yeah. So back to the story. That's one of the things I love about this show. And I love season 3. Like, honestly, choosing between the seasons is like choosing between my children, even though everyone has a favorite. Anyway, and I am my parents' favorite. Thank you. I wear the crown. With high honor. I should have brought my crown down because the week that I'm filming, it is my birthday. But anyway, back to the story. Choosing between these seasons are like choosing between children. So I can't say which one's my favorite until I see season 5, actually. That is the rules. The rules. I don't make them, but I do make them. But season 3 is one of my favorite because it felt like the Duffer Brothers had the most fun doing this season. Simply because I could just really tell they really wanted a summer season. Like, they really just wanted more room to like mess around with the characters and make their lives a living hell. And what better to do that than in summer? Yeah. Will can't come to the phone right now. You know why? Why can't come to the phone right now? Because he lost a major part of his childhood when he was kidnapped and possessed by Vecna and the Mind Flayer in past seasons. So now he's crying in the middle of the woods at former Castle Byers because his friends are far more concerned with their girlfriends than actually being decent friends to him. I'm so sorry, Will. I'm so sorry. I'm not laughing at your misery. I'm trying to make light of it, but there's really no way I can make light of this. Is there? This is a rhetorical question. I know I can't. Anyway. So anyway. So yeah, it is one of my favorite seasons because it felt like the Duffers really had fun with it. And they obviously, I guess, inference that I'm making, they obviously love blockbuster movies like E.T., Scream, like, serial killer shit. And I could just really feel, I could really feel it in this, well, yeah, in this season, I could really feel it. Let's see. Oh yeah, the kids are drifting apart, slowly but surely, like I exhibited with Will. It's also with Dustin, because Dustin in this season as well, I mean in season 2 he wasn't with the group either. He was with he wasn't with like the primary group. In season 2 Dustin was with Max, Lucas, Steve, and Max, Lucas, Steve. Yeah, Dustin was with them. But in season 3, it gets even more distant from like the core 4, because Dustin is over here, with Steve, Robin, and Erica, breaking into a Russian, hub. Yeah. Just for funsies, because they were doing some research. And on Dustin's like big what's the word, satellite. I'm not gonna say satellite. What's that thing? My brain is fogging. What's that thing? No, it's not a satellite. It's kind of like a satellite's what goes in the air. Like it goes like. It's like falling around Earth, right? Around Earth. I'm talking about the thing. Cell tower. Gotcha. Okay. Dustin made a cell tower, and on that he is hearing Russians. He's hearing Russians making up plans, and he thinks it's no way related to the Upside Down and the Demogorgon and Demodog. Yeah, you get the point. So that's Dustin's thing, and I feel like obviously Dustin wasn't a part of the whole kids plot line, and oh my god, I really identify with Dustin because I can't tell you how many times in my own life, I have been like disassociated with my own age group. Yes, and that's on having older parents. Yes. But wait. So yeah, they're kind of drifting apart slowly but surely. We see that really with Mike, Lucas's, and Will's plotline in this, but we also see it with the lack of Dustin. Um, yeah, I wrote here Nancy and Jonathan's newspaper situation is very two-sided, and I understand the situation. However, yeah, I said, however, if there weren't incoming strangeness coming, they would have broken up. Like, I do feel like I'm gonna translate even more. I do feel like with this situation, it is a very two-sided conversation. Like, neither of them are wrong. But if it wasn't for the never-ending amount of craziness that they go through in this goddamn town, I think they wouldn't be together. Is that my stancy, the stancy part of my brain talking? I don't know. Maybe. But I also want to write movies for a living, and it's just like sometimes you gotta understand. Well, especially with shows like this, you gotta understand: are your characters like pushing? Well, are your characters like actually wanting to be together, or are they just together because of their proximity? Are they just together because they have the same job or just the same understanding of this crazy kooky world that they live in, where there are mind flare, demodogs, demobads, vecna, people who can move stuff with their mind, people who can get into people's minds, people who, you get my point. Are they together because they're meant to be together because they love each other? Or are they together because proximity? They just understand one another, and they just have somewhat of the same background. And that's pretty much what I was getting to. Oh yeah, there was like in the film there was like a big references to the film Back to the Future. I put a small note here saying I fucking hate time travel movies. If there is one trope that I just can't stand, is time travel. Oh my god, I hate time travel. Oh, I hate it because it's like every movie has their own rules to it. Every franchise got their own rules to it. Marvel had their rules to it. Back to the Future has their rules to it. That movie that Antania Oh, the woman that's in Ginny and Georgia that plays Ginny, and the other woman that's in Outer Banks that plays Key. They were in a movie together about time travel as well, and I was like, and then there's this another movie, Totally Killer. Oh my god, this is besides the point of this season, but I swear, oh my god, I hate time travel. Get it away. Seriously, it's a trigger. It's a trigger. But yeah, I hate time travel. Okay. So, okay, wait. Okay, I also put here that having okay, I absolutely love season 3. Let's get that straight. I think I've already chanted my love for it, but I absolutely love season 3. Problem though is, oh my god, where's this Russian shit going? Like, you're gonna hear more of that from me towards the end of this episode, but where is this Russian shit going? Anyway, that's my small rant. Our finale groups, 3 groups as always. Dustin, Erica, Robin, and Steve are in the tunnels. Find them Russians, right? Find them Russians, and with the guides for our group team 2, which is Hopper, Alexi, he died, sorry, Joyce and Murray, which are also on the Russian thing because they found, they didn't find, but they're being hunted by this guy who is very similar to the Terminator. I see you, Duffers. I see you. Then we have our 3rd group, Jane, aka 11, hey my girl, Max, Will, Mike, Lucas, and Nancy, and I always forget about Jonathan. I'm sorry, I am just a woman. And they're trying to realize what is happening to the mind flare, what is going on, why is the mind flare turning into this flesh-eating monster that's made out of several different citizens of Hawkins. Oh my god. Yeah, so that's happening. But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, like this season wasn't the worst, but like I said, I need to know what these Russians are doing. I need by the end of season 5 to know a lot of things. But one of those things need to be, what are the Russians doing? What are they doing? What are they doing, honey? Because I'm confused. Like why are they in our business? Why are they in our business? Because really, if the Russians didn't make that gate, the show probably would have just ended at season 2. I know, shocking. Like, if the Russians didn't open up that shit, there would be no mind flare made out of Hawkins citizens. There would be no possessing of Billy. There would be no Billy hunting down Elle and Max and all of them. There would be no the monster literally breaking Hopper and Elle's cabin and trying to, fabricate her powers. Therefore, in turn, there would be no season 4 where Vecna was making his own gates. Right? So my thing is, the Duffer Brothers, hey guys, they need to explain the Russians, please, and thank you. However, season 3's MVP is none other than the one, the only. You can't spell America without her, Erica Sinclair. And I am biased. Yeah, I know, it's really, really bad. Anyway, season 4. Season 4. Be running up that road, be running up that hill with no problems. Okay. Season 4. Now, this is one of my, like I said, like I wrote here, it's really hard to choose between my children when all my children are here, aka season 5, but nonetheless, season 4 is one of my favorite seasons. Right. And, oh yeah, and I wrote here, we're just gonna go, well, actually, I'm gonna do the first I gotta handle my Will, right? Okay. Ooh. Will can't come to the phone right now. Why? Oh, because he's being traumatized by not being around his friends, being moved into the middle of California, Lenora, California, to be specific, right? He's over here making this painting that's obviously for Mike, even though he said it, Elle commissioned it, even though she had no idea what that man was drawing. But yes, he's obviously in the same glass closet that other characters like Eddie Diaz from 911 are in, but I digress. The man is in a glass closet. I said coffin, but no, closet. He's in a glass closet. Just saying, from what I got observed, Vecna is not torturing him in this season. The Mind Flayer is not torturing him in this season. However, the world is. Okay. But yes. He's having a great time. He's having a great, awesome time. I wrote here, I don't like that Lucas in this season was kind of treated like shit. We'll get back to it, but let me completely set the scene for season 4. Now, season 4 is slightly different than the rest because season 4 takes place in several different locations. It's taking place in Hawkins. It's taking place in California. It's taking place in is it Idaho? Ohio. Something like that. It's taking place in did I say Russia? Just covering my bases. Russia is taking place everywhere, right in the middle of nowhere as well. Right. Okay, so it's kind of different than like, bottling up all the craziness in one location, right? Even though most of the craziness still does take place in Hawkins, but I digress. Okay, so yeah, this season, pretty much at the end of season 3, the Byers house got sold. Now I'm telling you right now, if I don't see that Byers house in season 5 with the Byers living in it once again, there will be hell to play. There will be hell to pay, duffers. And by hell, I mean me crying on the internet. You don't want to see a girl cry, especially me, because I'm an ugly crier. Okay, thank you. But back to it. So yeah, they sell the house. Will, Jonathan, and I keep forgetting, I put him second, so I don't forget him. Jonathan, Joyce, and Al, because Hopper's perceived dead at season 3, if you guys remember. Because, blowing up that whole thing that was holding the gate open that the Russians created. Still have to know what the Russians are doing. Anyway, kind of killed Hopper. We all know he wasn't dead. We all know he wasn't dead, especially after that post-credit. But yes. So we pretty much end off the season with the Byers and Al gone from Hawkins, headed on their way to Cali. And yeah, everyone's pretty much having a depressing time. Yeah. Max feels guilty for Billy's death at the end of season 3. He was killed by the mind flare after the mind flare possessed him. Kind of rude, even though I still hate Billy. I say rude on her part. Look, if Max was in here, I'd be like, yay, hooray, amazing. But she is, so I have to be considerate. I have to be nice and considerate. Thank you. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so she's depressed about that. Elle's depressed because she's trying to get over the fact that her dad, Hopper, her adoptive father, died, at least to her knowledge, and her powers are gone. So she has to get used to all that. She has to get used to all those amazing things. And she's at Cali, Lenora High School, where she's not doing very good in classes, and she's being bullied by a bitch's name that rhymes with Alino. I don't think that rhymes at all. Her name is Angela, and she's a bitch, and I hate her. Me and Angela can go meet outside, honestly. We can meet outside. Thank you. Okay. But yeah, Elle's not having a great time. Will's not having a great time because he's not around his friends. Jonathan's not having a great time because he's not being truthful to Nancy. Surprise. Steve and Robin, I think they're the only ones who are having a Jason good time. I think as good as you can get in the whole cast. Lucas is not having a good time because, once again, I already stated his friends are not really there for him. He's on the basketball team now. They're in high school now. And he's pretty much trying to find his way. He's trying not to be a loser. You know why he's treated like a loser? Because he's black in a predominantly white town. Ooh, jump scare racism. Ooh, she's here. She's the bitch is in the fucking walls. She's in the walls. She's in the walls. Surprise. She's baked into everything. Now you know how I feel. Anyway, Lucas is on the basketball team, so he could be treated less like a freak. Right. Okay. What else? Yeah, I think that pretty much covers everyone. Yeah. Okay, but yeah, everyone's not having a great time. Yeah, that's great. Because this is probably one of the most depressing seasons ever. I am very terrified for season 5. Anyway, so yeah, it's great. It's awesome. It's amazing. One of my amazing notes that I wrote down, someone needs to take that mic from a new character that they introduced, Jason. Jason is what I would like to call, actually, let me fully set the stage. Jason, Eddie, and Chrissy are like, to me, I see them like as a shadow versions of Jonathan, Nancy, and Steve. And I know this like, why do you see that? Like, it's just like, at least they're stereotypes, right? The cheerleader, the prim proper girl, aka Nancy and Chrissy, dating the jock, Jason, aka Steve. Even though for some reason the prim and polished girl is spending time with the freak, aka Eddie, aka Jonathan. I know, I just blew your mind. But yeah, that's kind of a connection I made, because like I see season 4 is like trying to make more of a connection to season 1, and really just trying to start to clean up the story and start to and the series, it's just really hard to let go. It's really hard to let go. And as you guys could tell, I have this issue of being a control freak. Anyway, but yeah, baby, yeah, okay, I'll get over it eventually. But yeah, I kind of saw them as a shadow versions of them. I wrote down, someone for the love of God Almighty, take the mic out of Jason's hands. Thank you. Whoever keeps giving Jason a goddamn mic, I'm gonna meet you outside with Angela. I'm gonna meet all y'all outside. I'm gonna meet Angela outside. I'm gonna meet the whoever gives Jason a mic outside. I'm gonna meet Brenner outside. Okay, I'm gonna meet all 3 of you outside. You're playing with me. I don't like that. You're playing in my face. It's very rude and condescending, and I just can't believe it. Let's see. Oh yeah. Wait. Oh yeah. I love that part. Like, I think first episode, Jason makes like this speech at this pepper rally, and did I say Peppa? Pep rally. He makes a speech at a pet rally. And he brings up all the deaths that happened in the supposed mall fire. Mall fire is a cover up for, the mind flare killing everyone, right? And he brings up, oh, this isn't what Billy died for. This isn't what Hopper died for. This isn't what, all the other people who died in the supposed mall fire. This isn't what they died for. And then Mike is over there like, are you serious right now? And I'm just like, Jason is making me agree with Mike. Please, for the love of God, make it stop. Make it stop. I don't want to agree with that man. I have nothing against Mike. It's just I feel indifferent about him. I feel the same way with Mike that I feel with Jonathan. I'm just like, you exist. That's cool. That's nice. Anyway. Oof. Damn it. Okay. I'm gonna put up one of my most favorite quotes. I think it's gonna be your favorite quotes too, guys. I think it's gonna be your favorite quote too. The quote goes, "This is my year" by Eddie Munson. You like that quote, don't you? Yeah. I know I'm a bitch. I know I'm an asshole for saying that. I know. I see the errors of my ways. I don't. It was a nice surprise though, right? But yeah, Eddie Munson's death was very rude. But if I see someone one more time saying that he's gonna come back in season 5 as Kaz, I'm watching you. I am watching you. I see you. You see me. We see each other. That's all I have to say. That's all I have to say to you. Oh yeah, I also wrote down. Oh yeah. How do we have Demobats now? Season 4 is the establishment of the Demobats, who are like guarding Henry's house, the Creole house in the Upside Down. How do we have Demobats now? Did he just like make Demobats in the last year? If so, rude. You don't have enough monsters? You don't have enough monsters. But what am I about to see in the 5th season? I better not see another Dema nothing. I better not. I better not. I swear, if I see some Dema, I'm gonna come up with something. Dema bad. Dema fish. Yeah, I said it. Dema fish. If I see some Dema fish, some Dema people, some Dema, some Dema snakes. I mean, there's already Dema snakes. It's not the, the tendrils, I think that's tendrils, or like tentacles. Yeah, like Squidward tentacles. Those are already kind of snakes. Anyway, if I see any other iteration of a Demo monster, it's on site. It's on site, Duffers. It's on site. And by on site, I mean making a complete fool of myself online. Yeah, you don't want me to do that, do you? That's what I thought. Okay. Next, I have we're gonna get serious. We're gonna get serious now. I know. I've been fooling around. I know I've been entertainment. I know I'm your favorite podcaster for a reason, because you take a load off. But I'm about to get real serious here. Okay. I freaking hate allergies. I have an actual note for characters in this season, right? I'm gonna look up his name, but they're obviously, because Hopper is presumed dead, aka in Russia, aka to no one's knowing except Joyce, who goes there to save him in this season, right? There needs to be a deputy sheriff in Stranger Things, right? Okay, wait. That is not who I was looking up. In Stranger Things, right? And I wrote down, why is he so ineffective in Stranger Things 4? And do I imagine someone coming in and being as effective as Hopper? No, I just don't. But also, do a better job. Why is there? I'm gonna level with you guys. Why is there a group of jocks going around spreading pictures of kids at their school, pretty much calling for their heads? And somehow they're just able to do that. Somehow they haven't been stopped effectively enough for me, because why are you not arresting them for interfering with police business? Why are you not? I feel like there's more he could do, but he's not doing it. I'm going to get the character's name, though, because I don't want to get it wrong. No, that's not it. That's not it, Gaga. That's not it. This is really annoying, right? Okay, Officer Calvin Powell. Yeah. It's not that I have anything against the character. It's just they could have made him a bit more active, a bit more competent, because it's just you're telling me these kids are you have more of a handle on the kids who are on the poster than the kids who obviously I would think are still underage because they're in high school, right? Are going after these kids when you're supposed to be, one, finding your suspect, finding Eddie, two, trying to make sure the town stays somewhat in order, right, while the serial killer is going around. Because while the serial killer is going around and the town is in order, doesn't that create more craziness and confusion for everyone involved? Just saying. I'm not saying he needs to be Hopper. I'm just saying, get more of a hold of your town, man. Get more of a hold of your town. Where is the mayor? Honestly, I have not seen the mayor, not once. And I know the mayor from before, in season 3, was arrested. So that really asks me, where's the mayor? That's weird. Where's the mayor? Nowhere to be found. That's where the mayor is. Nowhere to be found. Damn. This episode's like, oh my god, I feel so bad for my editor. Okay, I'm gonna finish this real quick. So yeah, wait. Okay, yeah. So I was watching an interview while I was watching this final season, and the interview came into mind for me because Millie Bobby Brown said something like, I don't know what you know and what I know, so I'm just not going to say anything. Something along those lines, right? So that made me think while I was watching the show, what do the Russians know about the experiment? What does Brenner and Owens know versus what I know versus what the government knows? Because does the government know about one? Are Owen and Brenner the only ones who know about one? Do the Russians know about one? Do they know everything I know, or do they know more? That is a question. Let's see. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this episode. I know I have to go into a second episode. I'm so sorry to my editor. Love you, girl. Love you. You made it to the end of the episode. I much appreciate. But let me think. Yeah, that's pretty much for this episode. This episode was just recapping the seasons. Next episode, we're gonna go in deep. And by deep, I mean what I love about Stranger Things and why I think it's so successful. Okay, so yeah, for this episode, pretty much 2 takeaways. I'm gonna do 2 takeaways so we can finish this up, right? 1 takeaway, love the seasons. I love all the seasons, and it definitely should not have ended at season 1. It's so amazing. It's so expansive what the Duffer Brothers are doing, but I swear to God, I swear, if they pull a Game of Thrones on me, I will like actively cry. I'm not gonna come after them. It's just gonna be like 7 to 10 business days of me just crying, never ending. So you better not mess it up on New Year's Eve. Thank you. This better be like the best ending of a TV show that I've ever seen. Thank you. Honestly, the best ending of a TV show is Parks and Rec. Just go watch Parks and Rec. Anyway, second takeaway, season 5 will absolutely obliterate me. Okay, I'll see you guys next time. I love you. Eat apples. Be a human being. Remember that you are human. Thank you. What else? Love yourself every single day. Eat healthy. Also sneak some cake in if you want. I will see you guys. Don't be too scared when you watch Stranger Things 5. It'll be okay. Just think of me holding your hand the whole time. Yes. Like, you know that meme of Ariana Grande holding on to Cynthia Erivo's finger? Just think of me doing that for you. Thank you. Okay. I sadly have to end. This has been Ramblings of an Extra with yours truly, Nyah. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Okay, so sorry to my editor, so sorry to the people who have been here for an hour, but you love hearing my voice. Okay, I'll see you guys in the next episode that is hopefully coming out this week. Bye!
Want more? Listen to Ramblings of an Extra on these platforms.